Hello, welcome back. Last time I got 3 puzzles done and they all went great. Rubbish audio thing, bring out the bear and infrared sensor. Yeah, these were cool. Working remotely. Note that I will be working remotely today and maybe tomorrow, just in case you are looking for me in the office. That's weird, I thought you got back from your trip yesterday. Haha. I did. I've been stuck in a traffic jam on the way back from the airport since then. Oh. You've been in the same traffic jam over 24 hours? When a city grows as fast as Shenzhen has, it's natural to expect there might be some strain. I'm fine. I have food and water in here. Maybe next time a virtual meeting is better. Yeah. Is your, okay, no, she does say remotely, not from home. I was about to say, does she live in her car? No. Working remotely from a traffic jam. Oh boy. Virtual reality buzzer. Hey, it's David. David Solomon. Hi all, apologies for the personal side here, but I've met this wonderful girl named Xiaomei, and, well, to make a long story short, she's set to move in with me next month. There's just one small issue, and it's something I thought maybe we could create a product to help with. See, when I'm doing my VR sessions, it's easy for someone to sneak up on me because I can't see or hear them. Awkward to say the least. This inspired me to think up a product, a simple vibrating buzzer that attaches to the VR headset so it can be felt even during the most intense sequences. Connect that to a radio controller, I could place the button outside of my study, and Xiaomei could buzz me in when she needs me, with no chance of me being caught by surprise. What do you think? I'm sure plenty of other VR enthusiasts might find themselves in a similar predicament, and this is a solution inexpensive enough to be an impulse buy. Congrats, David! Note about the radio chip you will be using. Normally, reading X-Bus causes the microcontroller to block until the data becomes available. However, this radio has a non-blocking X-Bus buffer. The non-blocking buffer will immediately return a value of -999 when no data is currently available. Should make it easier. Okay. So non-blocking radio component. Got it. Great. This does not... Okay, radio RX is a non-blocking X-Bus input connected to the radio receiver. This won't have a data sheet about it then, I guess, probably. Let's just assume it doesn't. And not look for one. RXTX. Buzzer is a simple output connected to an electromechanical buzzer. When a data packet is received over the radio, read it and execute the corresponding command in the following table. 0 power off, turn on off the buzzer. 1 power on, turn on the buzzer. Okay. So -999 for that. Okay, and I need to pulse the buzzer on and off. Got it. Alright. Cool. So when it receives that command, either oscillate when it's on or don't when it's off. Okay, cool. This should be very doable with one of these, I imagine. So X0 can go here. X1 can go here. Hold on, RXTX. Radio RX. I don't know what TX is. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's used in the future. Okay, so does this have a... What are you? I don't know. So this will not be... So let's see. This will be not in parts data sheets. This will be supplemental data. No, I don't think any of these... It'd be in order, probably, so I probably just don't have access to it. Alright, so RX, I'll just ignore TX. Don't know what it does, so I won't worry about it. Okay, so anyway, so this is either... Okay, let's do this. TCP X00. So if you get -999, well, that's not right. All right, so if you get a 1, okay, now this is interesting. Probably going to need 2 microcontrollers here because one's going to need to keep its state of whether it's on the up or the down of the output wave. Couldn't this do that though? Well, but I also need the state of whether it's on or not. But if it's off... Alright, this is... I might be able to do it with just one of these. I might need a larger one, I might need two of these, but I'm going to try with just one. So you start at 0. You start off, actually. So I'm going to put that in there. TCP x0, 0. Plus move 100 AC. When it's turned on, then the first output is going to be 100. If it's a 0, so something like that. So if it's a 0, well, okay, so if it's negative 999, then just do nothing. Well, that doesn't feel great. But that's how it's going to have to be if I want the 0 state to be here. Okay, so on 0, end is actually not going to sleep. It needs to... if not equal to negative 99, I don't have enough lines here. So I see those two nearly identical ones, and maybe I can do something about that. So what I want to do here, I think I can write everything except the sleep command like this. So if it's not the off value in this register, then I move this to P1, which is this. And then I knot it. And then I need to sleep. Okay, so how do I compact this? Like... You know, actually... No, there are 3 distinct values that all have a meaning. There's do nothing, turn on, and turn off. And they all mean different things. Okay, so... so since I'm reading the state first, I can skip this initial portion here. No, do nothing means it's gonna think that it's on. Because, like, I need the actual values I'm writing out. I can't do arithmetic on them before output or anything. So 0 needs to be on and 100 needs to be on. I'm trying to overload this register with both its on and off state and also its output phase state. Why do I have these? Why is this? Jump end. Move negative 99 AC. Jump end. So those are both jumping over this command. So that's what happens on the 0. Okay, so... Am I really trying to squeeze this all into this one controller? Yes, I am. I want to. Alright, so what if I... Let's put another one here, just like write a new program in it and pretend that's... Yeah, you're going to complain that it's not connected. I just want some scratch space to edit. Well, you know what? Here, be connected. There. So if I were to, let's go down the road of, so is 0 the special value? I just don't like having that in both places, but it kind of has to be there. Okay. So if on... Okay, maybe this will make sense. If it's any other value, then you do neither of those things. Yeah, so this turns that thing all the way off. If it's not that value, then I move it to P1. I think I did save a line. I think this actually worked. Did this make sense? Okay, so we initialize it with the off value. If you are telling me to turn off, I'm putting these in a funny order. Let's do that the other way around. Instead of if 0 equals x0, then if x0 equals 0. All right. So if it's just turned off, then I put this in the off state, move -999. I have a... There's a problem here. This is going to leave its output on the same... Right here, I need move 0 P1. So yeah, I'm short a line. Okay, so if it's a 1, then I move 100 into act because the first one is positive. And if I don't have an off state in here, then I knot it. And I move it, but like I have to move something. I don't have to move something all the time. Like I can just set this pin to a value and it'll keep it, right? I think so. Yeah, I don't think I'll be fitting all of this into 9 lines of code. So am I switching to the MC6000? Maybe. Like I got closer with this design than I did with this one. Alright, so let's toss that. If I were to MC6000 this, those pins work out the same way. And all I would need here is that, I think. Alright, well, let's see if that works. So do nothing, it sends 0, do nothing, it sends 0. Turn on. Wait a second, did I... Oh, I can't read it twice, can I? One is incoming. I read it and it consumes it, so I can't do it twice. Got it. Alright, so I do want to go back to the TCP design. Alright, that's not too hard to do, right? Alright, so TCP, to read it just once, get 3 branches of conditional here. Alright, so if it is positive, then I want this. If it is Yeah, so this needs to be jump end. This needs to be jump end for both branches, and then this is the unconditional. End is this. Okay, and this all makes sense, right? Okay, so initialize with the off value. Do a compare. If more than 0, get ready to output a spike and jump to where you output it. Actually, I can save... no, I can't. I was going to have this jump straight to here instead of this line with the test of what that is to save a little bit of power, but I don't think I can really do that because this is on a minus. Alright, so I'm not doing that then. Alright, so jump to this. If it's anything but 0, sure. And if it is positive, then do get ready for that. Okay. If it's less... No, if it is 0, then put the off state into ACK and turn off your output. Then, no matter what, unconditionally test ACK against -999. If it's any other value, then which will be 0 or 100, then I move it out here and I knot it. And then I sleep. Okay, so this should work fine. Jump end. 100 goes out. Buzzer is happening. Buzzer kept happening. Why? Move back P1. Not. 0. Sleep 1. Oh! Oh, that's an init. Okay, I see. Ooh, I don't like that inefficiency. I'm gonna guess one of these tests is going to involve having a 1 come in as the first input, so I can't just like start the program here and cut and paste this down there and have it all work. I'd try that, but it would probably fail one of the outputs. But I don't like this extra instruction here. That's an extra instruction that I'm not happy with having to insert at the end of every single loop. Well, it seems to work at least. Alright, so when you get the 0, none of that activates. This goes back to -999. That's my off value. 0 goes out. And nothing else happens. Alright. So works for that test case. Is there ever a 1 that comes in as the first one of these? Not in that data. It didn't look like there was. So it looked like I could actually get away with doing this. So I delete this instruction. I delete that. I delete that. And I just cut and paste you over there. Test cases will pass. It's perfectly reasonable for when this thing first powers up not to have it respond to the button being pressed. Well, my lines went down, but my power usage didn't really. Why is my power usage always so high? It's what I want to optimize for. Where's my profiler? There it is. So I'm doing the 2 tests of... Man, I don't know. I feel like I should be able to do better on power. I'm just not. Alright, whatever. Well, I guess I'll be happy with that. my thing works at least. Lines of code are fine. Production costs fine. Okay. That's what I got. Wonderful. This is exactly as I had imagined it. That probably says, yes, yeah. Thank you. I'm just guessing because it's 2 repeated characters, and that's a place to say thanks. And that's how you say that in Chinese. I have no idea if that's what that symbol is, but that's my guess. Sometimes a decent product idea falls out when you're faffing about with chips and code and the like, so I've set up an empty prototype board for us to experiment on. On you go then. Chips. We can test with some different parts too, such as custom LCD panels. I will add other new parts as we receive them. Yeah. Custom LCDs, are you serious? That's brilliant. We could make retro-style handheld games. Let's all take turns designing one. Carl, come see me. If you have finished all your other assignments, I have more work for you. Who's this Carl fella you mentioned? Nobody we know. He wants to goof off and do stuff. Yeah, let's having none of that. Objective, design and create an electronic game. Oh! Click and hold this button to indicate you've completed the objective, so just like, go make a game! However you want. Oh boy! So, freeform. Okay. Yes, I will. Not now. This is going to be happening. Alright, I'm going to write a game in Shenzhen I. This will happen. Not today. So now I know that will happen eventually. Shenzhen Days, things visitors say. Today I want to talk about the goofy things visitors here tend to say. Actually, just one thing. It feels like every time a certain kind of Western visitor comes to China and looks around, they go, "Wait a second, I thought China was communist, so why is everyone shopping at the store? What is up with that?" And that's when everyone around laughs, because 1, the dude always thinks he's making some good observation when we've heard that at least 1 trillion times before, trust me on this. And 2, gosh, it's complicated, okay? What's important is that so many of these guys' impressions of communist China still come right out of the 1970s, and they're so surprised when they get here, like they had no idea that things were changing dramatically here the whole time. Well, hey, you haven't been sitting around doing nothing since Nixon, and neither have we. And we've built more than just the factories here, where your smartphones and game consoles come from. The world is changing, fellas. Empty your mind. Don't cling to your fixed ideas. I believe in you. Okay? Okay. Here's Tilly. Little help, huh? I'm wrapping up a project to make a game console and could use some assistance. Before you get too excited, it sounds far more fun than it actually is. The console is just a tiny super cheap box we're making for Sleep Cubes, the big Japanese capsule hotel chain. Oh, Sleep Cubes, I see. To stick in every pod. The games will just be some free dross they find, I'm sure. At any rate, I've got it mostly done. I just need a module for the little wireless controller that comes with it. I ping you, you tell me what's going on. Nothing much more than that. Okay? So, got this radio module again. X and Y are simple inputs connected to a joystick. A and B are simple inputs connected to buttons. Radio RX is a non-blocking X-bus input connected to a radio receiver. Radio TX is an X-bus output connected to a radio transmitter. Okay, receive, transmit. Cool. When a data packet is received over the radio from the game console, respond with the following 3-value data packet, making sure to use the most recent input values. X, Y... Okay, so if 0, if A, 0, B, 0. 1, if A, 100, B, 0. 2, if A, 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So basically just like... take this 2-bit binary number and encode it as decimal times 100. No, other way around. Yes, that way around. Yes, but not times 100. Right, yeah, basically. Hold on, X, Y, and then that state. Got it. Okay, sure. So now, hold on. When a data packet is received over the radio from the game console, respond to the following 3-value data packet. When a data packet is received. So anything that's not -999, that's a data packet, I guess. Alright. So it just sends a ping, and I send back the values of all of those. Sure. And those are all simple inputs. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 thingies at least. Am I going to try to do it with 2? Of course. Am I going to be able to do it with 2? No. Yeah, okay, that is X bus, so that might be possible. Okay. Now, it's a little more complicated than this, actually. Because I'm going to need... Okay, so for one thing, this is routed badly. That makes more sense. I'm going to use a lot of my... Like, yeah, I think this is the theoretical minimum amount of circuitry for... Oh, wait, no, I need RX and TX. So X1 will have to be involved. So yeah, I think this is the theoretical minimum amount of circuitry. These two will have to talk to each other. That's probably fine. Okay, so... The one on the right will talk to the one on the left, because this is the one connected to the transmitter, this is the one connected to the receiver. Okay, sure, that's perfectly reasonable. Is it though? I don't know, it might be. Alright, so... This should be fine. Alright, so X and Y are over here. So tech X1, X1, negative 999. If that's false, you know what, let's actually test for negative 1. So when it is negative 1. If it's not negative 1, then send that negative 999 on to this. Okay. Yeah, so X and Y are the simpler ones to send. I will have to delay this message a little bit, but that's totally fine. Okay, so you're going to do this logic. Let me write this part first because it's simpler. Okay, so move X0 AC tech AC negative 999. Well, okay, so for parity, I'm gonna change this around just so that both of them are testing for negative 999, not like for negative 1. Because you're gonna get the value of this thing's output. So either 0 or 100, or no, 0, 1, 2, 3, or negative 999. If you get negative 999, then, okay, you're going to do something else if you don't, but if you're going to just sleep 1 and do nothing. And I don't need to output anything at all to there. It won't even be reading. And in fact, if I tried to output to the transmitter, it would block. It shouldn't, but that's probably what would happen. Like, this device should just transmit, and it would give me the wrong... Yeah, no, that's probably what it would do. Anyway, so, yeah, it says nothing about TX being non-blocking. Only RX. Alright, well that's fine. So, anyway, we're encoding these first. So I read whatever you've sent to me, put it in my register. If it is not negative 999, then I want to move... then I need to... No, I want to actually, yes, just move the X value, move P0, X0. Oh, this is X1, by the way. Move P0, X0. Move P1, X0. Wait a second. Oh, shoot, I need a sleep in here. I guess that's okay. Yeah, that worked out. No, you don't want to sleep 2. That's not at all what you want. You always just want to sleep the 1 right there. Okay, great. You will want to sleep 3 after you send your A-B state. Now, the question is, can I fit the A and B state into this many lines? Because I think this is done. So yeah, it waits for an instruction. The instruction carries data or is negative 999. So if it is negative 999, then you just sleep and wait. If it is not, then first you get the X out here, then you sleep, then you get the Y out here, then you sleep, then you move the value you read from here out here. And that's the packet. Sure. Yes. Okay. So U. So if Rx here on X1 is sending me a negative 999, then I pass it on and do nothing else. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's going to be a sleep 1. So sleeping might get complicated here. That's X0. Because in this case I only want to sleep 1. I need to wait for the next negative 1 to come in. But when this happens, that's fine. I'll have a sleep 1 at the end and somewhere in the minus a sleep 2. Okay, reasonable. Alright, let's pack a number. So here is AC. I'm going to wipe out the result of this conditional with what I'm doing here. That's what's going to be tricky about this, huh? Yeah, okay, so there's the weirdness. That's probably fine. Let's not worry about that yet. Alright, so I've gotten something else. I'm going to... oh, okay, so here's what I do. Right, so it either is 999 or not. So that's fine. So now I'm out of this thing's conditional. So I'm going to tech. I'm not going to have enough room here, am I? P0. Okay, so move 0 AC, tech P0, 100, A0, B0, A100, B0, A100, B100. Yes, okay. Plus add 1, tech P1, 100. I want to, okay, well. That would work. No, it wouldn't. I need 2 more instructions yet in here. So this is going to have to switch to the other controller, isn't it? No, hold up. What if I don't? I think I can do something else. Okay, so let's see here. So what I'm thinking here now is, so I move 0 AC. I add P0. I add P1. I add P1. And I'm already out of room to do stuff. So even if I were doing trickery like that, I was then going to use like... DGT. I think I still want to do that, but this needs to be something else. Alright, fine. This won't fit in the space that I have. P0, X0, X1. Alright, so X0, X3. Pin type mismatch, yes, I understand. P1, X2. Yes, connect. Alright, this is X2. And you have all the code from there, so this can go away. Alright. So tech X2, negative 999. If it is, then this goes to X0 to there. That's what I want. And you go here and sleep and then repeat. Okay. So if you haven't done this jump, we're going to start with 0. Add P0, add P1, add P1. This is not... Actually, yeah, this is worse in every way than what I was doing before. So I really do just want to do tech P0 plus add 1, tech P1 plus add 2. Oh, right. 100. Because yeah, that'd end up being the same number of lines and they would always execute. This way, if, actually more lines, I think, because I need the DGT in there too. This way, if, this way, if P0 is not active, then it can just skip over this line and save that power. Same for this one. Okay, great. So I've encoded the number, and I now want to move ACK out to X0, and I'm done, I think. Yeah, 2 separate sleep instructions, that's fine. It needs them. All right, let's see if I'm anywhere close. Negative 999, that propagates, that's great, nothing happens, okay. Negative 999, still? I thought, why am I still here? Did I not sleep enough? No, right, the output hasn't happened yet, so I'm here. Shouldn't that be -1? Wait, it was. It was. I'm just looking at this. I read it. I slurped up the value. It was -1. Values of A and B are both 0, so you encoded as 0 and sent it over there. Okay, great. So now you're getting something that's not -999. P0 comes out, that's 63, great. P1 comes out on the next thingy. That's waiting for its output. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why is... what? Expected none, actual 47. What do you mean expected none? No, you didn't. 63, 37, 0. What? -1 comes out. It sent the 63, yeah. You're sleeping 1. Ooh, I need to... what? Do you want this? Oh, you do? Okay, that has to be queued up for the very next read. Okay, that's... the timing is weird. But sure. I guess that's fine. And I guess I can save a little bit of stuff here. Alright, so yeah, non-blocking output, it just instantly slurps it up. That's very strange. Or sorry, I guess this is blocking on input, and it instantly takes it. And it wants it before, it wants the next one before I sleep. I guess that kind of makes sense. It's weird though. But then I sleep and... what? No, it wants them all immediately. Okay, I guess that's just what this looks like. Fine. So no extra sleeps. Oops. If you say so. I mean, that simplifies my program. I just find it a little strange. Especially since on the timing diagram it looks like this is in the next step and this is in the next step. But I guess it would have the other tail on it. Alright, so I'm learning something about the visual language of my expected outputs. This appears to be working. Okay. This really couldn't fit into one of these. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no way I could compact this by one line and fit it in one of these, could I? That jump end, could that go somewhere? Hold on. Before I leave this program, could I eliminate one line from here? And fit it into one of these. Which line is a waste? This is the one that looks most like a waste to me. Tag x2 at negative 99. You need that. You need to send it on to this. Probably. So I have two things that move a value through x0. But like moving this into ACK and then jumping to this and sending that would not be helpful. That can't help me. Okay, so move 0 ACK. Tech P0 100. Add 1. Tech P1 100. Add 2. Move ACK x0. Sleep 1. I need the sleep. So yeah, just some way to rephrase this conditional so I can avoid the end jump. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, there's no way that's going to happen. Alright, I'll just accept that this is a 10-line program and there's no way I can get it to 9. Someone can probably do it, but not me today. Anyway, this works. Profiler looks like that. Okay. Production costs fine. Yeah, somebody did it with just 2 of those. Sure, good for you. Power usage. Once again, why is my power usage so high? Like, I'm just somehow not managing to optimize as well as the average person is somehow. And I'm not sure why. My lines of code is also a little high, but whatever. Oh, maybe it's just because I'm kind of first optimizing for cost and then thinking about power usage. Probably if I'd use lots of little controllers, I could save some control flow and stuff. I don't know, yeah, so adding more components to the board would inflate my cost, but perhaps do a lot better for power usage. Maybe. I could believe that. And might even reduce my lines of code in some cases. Anyway, yeah, so I think I am still just instinctively optimizing for cost first and thinking about this second, and this never. This is just essentially a function of power usage for me. Alright, sure. That's fine. Thanks, mate, I owe you one. You've just helped make thousands of dead-tired salarymen marginally happier. That is, if they actually find the console and use it to play a game before passing out. Man, this pessimism. All right, cool. So that's good stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to have to write a video game. At some point, I'll come in here and familiarize myself with the components that I have, because that'll determine how I, what kind of design space I'm working with. I love that this is freeform and you just click here to indicate that, yeah, I think I've done it. Because the game can't evaluate this. You just gotta do it and tell the game that, yeah, sure, I've done this. I'm gonna be honest with this, and I'm going to make a game. It's gonna happen. All right, but again, I want to know more about all of this stuff over here first. But maybe this is the place to play with it and learn. Maybe. Yeah, so I feel like that's a very late game thing. Not gonna happen anytime soon, but eventually. I'm really gonna do this. Okay, see you next time for these down here.